So this is the Losers Bracket for the Mediocre Players Tournament. So what we have here is Scruffy Dog and Andrew, two losers from round one of the main draw, playing against each other. Unfortunately, I never got the game file for that one, but Andrew came out victorious. DHC94 and Tad Borowski in the second game, and that's the one that we'll start with here. So Tad Borowski in red, playing as the Goths, and then DHC94 in blue, also playing with the Goths. So in a Goths mirror matchup, we usually see an infantry battle with the men-at-arms line going after each other rather than Huskarls, but we'll see what we come up with in this game. So far, standard start from both. He's going to go scout with Villager, try to find a boar. There, he found it. So Tad's actually already got a slight Villager lead, so DHC might have had a little bit of idle time. Tad is also already walling up. Tad does like his walls on Arabia. It's going to be a little harder wall here on the right side of his base. DHC also somewhat open, but should be able to wall it. He's actually already got a barracks, and he's sent one villager off to gold, so we could see some early aggression on the part of the blue player here. In fact, he has begun creating militia, and he has advanced to feudal age, and Tad is just now clicking up to feudal age. So 5 militia on their way out across the map. Unfortunately, he's walking to the side of the map that is already walled. Tad trying to complete this wall here. DHC scout just passing. Let's see what he finds when he comes over here. Oh, he must have just clicked over here, and the men-at-arms automatically went to where it was open. Oh my goodness, there's a hole in the wall. Hello, Tad. There's a hole in the wall. I don't think he noticed that. He's going to find these militia coming in on him really quickly here. He is upgrading them to men-at-arms, but he's already fighting the villagers, and the villagers fighting back, so it's a good play on Tad's part to fight with the villagers before these become men-at-arms. He's going to lose a few villagers, but he will clean this up. I think DHC probably should have waited a little bit until he got the men-at-arms upgrade. Then the villagers would have done a lot worse there. So Tad's eco, after having a couple villager leads, now 25 to 27. So I think that that was a good play on DHC's part. He he set Tad behind. Now Tad has to reshuffle his eco. You see all these villagers, these wood villagers are running around. He's still got a gap over here. He may plug that eventually. But DHC's going with some more men-at-arms. Okay, so this is a full feudal age play by DHC. He's going to find that the hole in the wall there is going to be filled. So, in fact, Tad, just to be safe, is building a lot of walls here, just to make sure. And building houses along here. Let's see what happens. Building another barracks. Okay, so investing in the infantry. Tad's got 5 barracks. He's only got 3 militia so far, but he does have 5 barracks. I think he's probably thinking about Castle Age. So DHC's got those 5 militia and only about 60 food. Tad also doesn't have much food, so maybe he's not quite thinking about Castle Age. Nope, he's not. He's got tons of militia himself. He may go for the men-at-arms upgrade when he gets the gold for it. Alright, so two barracks production from DHC. Let's see if, yep, Tad's getting the men-at-arms upgrade for what amounts to 8 men-at-arms, soon to be men-at-arms. And DHC's got 9, so somehow Tad's scout got in here, making another barracks. So this is a full infantry play. Tad's coming around here with 9 men-at-arms. Let's see what he can do with that. Let's see what he sees. I think he's decided to take the fight to Blue's base rather than wait for Blue to come around. He might be going to where his scout got through, but I believe it's fully walled now. Yeah, and he'll find that out in a minute. Alright, so he's just going to bang away at these houses. How does DHC respond? Oh man, there's more men-at-arms coming to the front. So Tad is playing full feudal age as well. DHC better be careful. He may chop through that wood line soon. He's going to let Tad come in. Tad, you've broken through. You going to send the army in? He's going to send 7 men-at-arms, another 2 off here to fight. He's going to send a villager to try to re-wall, but I think he got scared off by those men-at-arms. Okay, he is sending the men-at-arms in. DHC's got some waiting for him, but now Tad is also banging away at the barracks on the front. So he's going to... oh, they were just passing here. He's going to show up on the food and the wood over here. So if DHC is careful with his micro here, he could clean that up. But now Tad is coming in on the wood on the other side, broke right through the barracks. So one less barracks to produce from for DHC, and he's losing villagers, losing his men-at-arms in the back, and losing villagers and men-at-arms in the front. Tad still producing, not stopping. He is just going hardcore. He's got 25 farms, 2 on gold to maintain that production. DHC's got 15 farms, 7 on gold. So heavy on gold, not enough on food to maintain production of his men-at-arms to compete with this push by Tad. This is honestly a pretty incredible push by Tad here. It's a great way to play Goths on Arabia. Actually, where are these? Are these men-at-arms still going through a hole? Oh my gosh, there's still a hole in this wall. Doesn't matter at this point because the aggression is fully in DHC's base at this time. So DHC's down to 27 villagers. Tad is at 40. And he's losing another barracks soon. Losing all the men-at-arms he creates out of it. He's got an archery range, but not going to be able to take advantage of it. He does have a lot of gold, but at this point, I think he's decided that's too big of a hit to take there, and he calls the GG. So, well played on the part of Tad, on both of their parts, really. DHC got a good raid there in early feudal age, then Tad decided to turn that right back around and send a ton of men-at-arms back towards DHC, and he was not able to recover. 45-19 is the KD there. Tad had the better eco. 40 villagers to 37, but then DHC lost a bunch there at the end. So this is when DHC turned it into an advantage there at the beginning of feudal age, right as Tad got to feudal age. But then when Tad got to feudal age, he decided to pump out those men-at-arms and then crash them into DHC's eco. So good game on their part. And we will see. This is how we're going to go the next round. A. Mueller versus Andrew Imhoff. Unfortunately, Andrew had work and was unable to complete that match. So A. Mueller has advanced by default. So we will instead go to the second game of the second round. CK Weather versus Tad Borowski. Okay, there it is. Alright, CK Weather versus Tad Borowski. Game 2, Round 2 of the Losers Bracket of the Mediocre Players Tournament. This is CK Weather in blue as the Bulgarians versus Tad Borowski in red as the Goths, his favorite civ. He's scouting with villagers, sheep, and his scout, so... So, Tad and I have played with each other for several months now, so we know each other fairly well. I was just telling him I played Goths every other round so far of this tournament, and decided not to this time, and of course Tad's playing with Goths. We'll see how it goes. The good thing about this matchup for the Bulgarians is they get the upgrades to the militia line, men-at-arms, longswords, etc., for free. So as soon as we advance to feudal age, any militia will turn into men-at-arms, and you don't have to pay for that upgrade. That could be a pretty big deal, although the Goths have cheaper infantry, which means they're going to be able to spam a lot more of them. So even if they have not as high quality infantry, or they may have to spend more into the upgrades, they don't have to spend as much per unit. And that's going to be a good factor for them. So, not sure who to favor. I mean, obviously I know who won because I played the game, but I'm not sure who to favor because Tad is very good at his Goths, and we've just seen how he can play. He can play them on Arabia. He played the Goths' early aggression strategy there last game very well against his last opponent, DHC. Meanwhile, I'm trying to go with the standard Bulgarians play for me. I'm going to build a barracks on the front here and try to go with men-at-arms. Fighting my scout with villagers, that's interesting. I'm just trying to scout his base before it gets walled. And honestly, to make the decision on whether I go for a men-at-arms rush or not, based on whether he is walled. Man, he's aggressive trying to kill my scout. Oh, I went right under the TC, but he didn't have any villagers nearby to garrison, so I got a little lucky there. He is getting the walls up nice and early. Am I gonna go with the? I think I'm noticing that those walls are probably gonna be up very soon. So no, I did in fact start making militia. So this is what I usually do with the Bulgarians: is as soon as I click to feudal age, I start making militia, send them out, and then I arrive right as I hit feudal age, and they become men-at-arms. That ends up being a really strong play. But looks like he just completed his last bit of walling there. Let's see what Tad sees. Okay, so Tad dropped some militia out as well, but mine are men-at-arms, so this should clean this up. Unless Tad keeps producing. Okay, so he is producing more militia, but he's going to send them out behind the barracks. Now, I've only got 2 men-at-arms left. Not going to be a lot that I can do with that, so what I want to do is try to get a, relatively decent fast castle after that. So I've got 29 villagers at this point. We're both in feudal age. Tad has 25. I did make another men-at-arms just to bring it back up to 3. I'm not sure why I did that, to be honest. Now that I know he's walling up like this. He does have the 3 barracks as well, which I do see that. So, oh, he's going to make a tower there. Okay, interesting. He wants me to stop banging at that barracks. So, I should know that this means Tad is going to play a pretty heavy feudal age with the Goths. So, well, this would be a good place for me to tower if I thought about it. I could hit that gold. I don't think about towers, though, unfortunately. So right now I'm just thinking, try to get to feudal age, which means I need a lot more food than I've got now. I also need a second feudal age building. Now over here, I'm just trying to break in the walls. I'm just being annoying, because look, I'm at least forcing Tad. He's bringing 2 villagers over here to deal with this. he really doesn't want me to break in. I don't blame him. He's making another barracks, but he is investing 2 villagers in the defense there. I'm going to stone because once I get to Castle Age, I would like to place a forward Cray Post. That is my standard play. I would put the Cray Post right around here to get Tad off of gold. So now Tad's made those houses, so it's going to be harder to break in. I've probably just forgotten about these militia, to be honest, just as he's forgotten about this villager. They're just going to keep banging away there. Eventually they'll break in, and if he doesn't keep repairing or building more houses. But now I'm getting close to clicking up to Castle Age. Now Tad has gone with Men-at-Arms, and he has begun to produce. So he's oops. Okay. So he's definitely investing all his food into the Men-at-Arms. Hasn't made a bunch yet, but he's just now got 9 farms. I've got 16 and about to click up to Castle Age. Just a little bit of food away from it. Alright, clicking up to Castle Age. So, I've also just about got the stone I need for a Cray Post. So, when I get to Castle Age, I can plop that down and be annoying there. Tad's walling, again, with houses over here to make sure I don't break in. Let's check out his resources. 119 food. So, he's still not really thinking about Castle Age. I think he's thinking full Men-at-Arms. He doesn't have a barracks, so he doesn't have any upgrades on them. I'm sending my 3 villagers forward to make the Cray Post, or get ready to make the Cray Post. Let's see if Tad catches this. Nope, doesn't see it just yet. I'm only halfway to Castle Age, so I'm actually a little early with this. Tad's got the Men-at-Arms over here. He's thinking about moving them. So I do need to be careful. If I do try to build this Cray Post and the Men-at-Arms get to it before I do, then before I get it up, then it could be bad. 7 Men-at-Arms at this point. I've only got 3, although mine are now will be long swordsmen as soon as I hit Castle Age. Oh wow, I almost broke in here. But Tad is building more houses. Oh, there's a hole there. I wonder if... I don't know if I realized that. Certainly don't think I did. Okay, so Tad's going to come over with the Men-at-Arms. I just got to Castle Age. Tad sees that. He's not anywhere close to it. Oh, okay, I see those Men-at-Arms, and I back up. I don't want Tad to see me. So, I don't think he did. Otherwise, he probably would have reacted. So now I'm going to go ahead and bang away at that Cray Post while I pull his Men-at-Arms off into the other direction, away from where my Cray Post is. Now I'm trying to fight with the hill. I've also got the long swordsman advantage. He's got more Men-at-Arms over here to try to harass these villagers that are trying to build the Cray Post. I've got knights coming in as well, so I built 2 stables, and I've got the knights coming down here to help out. Knights are pretty good against Men-at-Arms. So I did lose 1 villager on the Cray Post, but I cleaned up the Men-at-Arms there. Tad is trying to send those Men-at-Arms forward. I'm sending my knights forward, so we're just passing at this point. I think he's going to try to break in, and I'm going to try to harass this gold, because if he can't make... oh, okay, he's got spearmen now. So spearmen don't do that great against knights until you upgrade them to pikemen, so... Meanwhile, he's breaking in through my gate up there, so that's going to be annoying. I did get the Cray Post up, and I can't quite range that gold, so unfortunately I don't realize that. So I don't think Tad had realized he broke into my base yet. I don't think I realized it yet either, to be honest. Now he's investing heavily in the spearman line. Now I'm thinking, well, if I can't range the gold, let me try to at least just break in. So I've been sending my militia or longswords forward here, and then it dragged a few of these men-at-arms forward as well. I'm trying to take the hill here. I'm still not going to win that fight. I don't think. I've got more coming in, though. Maybe I will. More men-at-arms on this side. Knights over here up against the spearmen. Not the best fight. That's a lot of spearmen to deal with. So what I'm going to do is go fight the men-at-arms and let the Krapos deal with the spearmen. Now he's running away with the spearmen. I did take care of the forward men-at-arms there, although I haven't rewalled. So Tad is trying desperately to keep me out of his base. And I'm just, I just have my Krapos here. It's not, unfortunately, it's not ranging the gold, but it is blocking him from that stone. Is that the only stone he has in his base? No, he's got another stone over here, and he's going to take advantage of it. He's already got one villager on stone. At this point, he's got 40 villagers. I've got 46 villagers. Do I have a second town center yet? I do not. So when I go with this sort of aggression, a lot of times I forget to get that second town center. So I wish, you know, in retrospect, I should have sent these knights in and done some villager damage. But I think I was a little worried about the aggression. I'm also making some conics out of the Krapos. Made 2 more barracks down here. Now I put the knights in the Krapos too, just to heal them up. So, alright, this is something Tad has done a lot, where he calls the game but doesn't actually resign. So he says, it's over, well played, 11, and then, oh, okay, and then my villager lets him into my base without even having to break down the walls. So that's a big oops on my part, although he's gonna, yeah, okay. Now he's gonna go forward and try to kill some villagers. So he is definitely not out of this game. The score seems to think he is, but he's definitely not. I did send my army back here, the knights and the conics, as well as any men-at-arms or longswords, I guess, that I had. Trying to get a town center up over here as my second town center. Tad is still in feudal age. I actually built a monastery, although I'm not sure I'm going to get much out of that. So he's heading over to my wood now after having gotten me off this wood line. Now we're going to have a big fight over here. I don't think this is going to be a good fight for me. So the good thing about the conics is after the horse dies, they continue fighting as an infantry unit, which is a good play against the Goths infantry. Although, again, the Goths have cheap infantry, and as you can see, he has begun the Goth spam. Feudal Age men-at-arms spam. I'm trying to run these villagers back to the TC, fighting off the first round here. Now there's another round showing up at the front of my base. Meanwhile, I'm still thinking, well, I've already lost my opportunity. Tad has walled this off, so I won't be able to get in there without having to break the walls down. Although this Krapos is shooting down this barracks, so he'll have one less barracks to produce out of. Now, but he's got 12 men-at-arms, another one coming in, and I've just got, you know, a trickle of longswords. I need more gold to be able to make more of those. I think, what did I just invest in here? Oh, I've got them being created out of these barracks down here. So, oh, okay, he's gonna grab those forward villagers that were just trying to peacefully grab a little venison. That's a lot of food that's in her hand that I'm not gonna be able to get. Meanwhile, he's broken in again on the front of my base, gonna kill this villager on gold. And head right to the TC, please. Okay, yeah, he's headed right to the TC, so now he's backing away. He's gonna try to keep me off of wood here. Got these 2 villagers in no man's land. They're probably gonna die. A lot of good aggression on Tad's part. Although I do have 53 villagers and he's only got 45. He's been investing so heavily in the men-at-arms that he can't keep up with the villagers. I've also got 2 TCs now. And he's just keeping the flood going. And then now he's sending the men-at-arms over to this side of my base. Just to, let's see, does he see the gold? Now he sees the gold. And he's going to go for those villagers. Am I going to notice? Oh yeah, I do notice, and I try to run the villagers. Looks like I will run the villagers away, most of them anyways. Although I think my gather point is probably set there, so any new villagers I send will go to gold, yeah. Alright, so my eco is becoming a mess, and I'm having trouble keeping up with the production of the units that I need to fight this back. I'm down to 14 farms. He's knocking away at this lumber camp. I mean, I do have more villagers than Tad does, and I'm trying to get a crate post up at the front here. I'm trying to quick wall. Will I be able to do it? Oh, no, I didn't get it. Oh, okay. I guess he was scared of the TC there, so... well, he is going to still go in for the villagers, but he's within range of the TC, so he'll be losing a lot of these military units in the process. So, overall, I think that's probably a good fight for me. Meanwhile, I have to keep track of the eco that's idled and the eco that's not idled and under threat. I've basically lost the ability to have any aggression on Tad's eco. Even though I have the... I still have the 3 villagers on this prey post. I'm surprised I got away with that. And Tad just keeps sending more. Look at all these men-at-arms he's sending forward. Now, they do die pretty handily to the Cray Post fire, but if he just keeps that up and then, you know, tries to avoid the Cray Post a little bit, he can do a lot of good there. I've almost got enough stone for a castle. In fact, now I do have enough stone for a castle. Oh, man, he's got men-at-arms underneath the TC over here, and I don't even notice. Trying to go back to gold here, and his men-at-arms is still going to... I finally garrisoned that TC. I lost how many villagers? I'm down to 44 villagers. And Tad has 51, so he's actually got a villager lead now, as I haven't been careful enough with my villagers out here. Got a couple idle ones underneath the TC. Tad's got more farmers. Up to 19 farmers now. While I've only got 11. And he's just harassing every part of my eco. I tried to get this wall up here to keep him away from this gold. I don't really expect any archers from the Goths player, so I could wall these, put a few more villagers over here and wall them in. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to wall that in, and then he is gonna try to walk in and bang at this villager, but yeah, so. Krapos gets it. So, looks like I did shoot a hole in Tad's wall here. So I could send these conics in and try to retake the eco lead. But I keep losing villagers. I'm down to 40 villagers. Tad has 55, and he is walling up a little further back. So, good play on his part. Now, do I realize this gold is here? Because I was successful in getting Tad off his main gold, but I do see there's a gold back there, so I should be pressuring that. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to get a castle up over here. I'm going to try to get some walls around it too, but oh man, these men-at-arms just walk right across the castle foundation, so I can't build it. So I'm hoping to regain access to my gold there by building that castle. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. So, trying very noobly to do that. Now I laugh because it's in the laugh. I don't even have enough wood for a palisade. So I was trying to build palisade walls around here, and I don't have enough wood for it. I've got one villager on wood. Where are they? I don't even know where they are. So he's done a really good job of getting me off of wood. Now, 39 villagers, and he broke through the palisade wall again. zero wood to build anymore. He's going to go ahead and start banging at this castle foundation. Still got the men-at-arms coming in. I've got conics in here, and I did just break through his walls. I could send them in. And unfortunately, I still produce longswords out of this barracks. I guess he did break that barracks down, so I don't even have the choice anymore. Now, I am sending the conics in. I've only got 4 of them, but let's see what kind of damage I can do. I've got 41 villagers. He's got 56, so I'm going to send them in. He's really going in for this castle. I'm investing with the villagers to take care of that, to try to get that up. I don't want to lose the foundation and lose all that stone. Meanwhile, I don't think Tad has realized I've got the conics in here. Now he has. He's started a garrison. He's already lost 3 villagers. He's going to lose a few more. He's really trying to get that castle down. Now I'm on his wood line. So he's already lost 10 villagers. He's going to send some men-at-arms back to fight these longswords. Man, that's close on the castle there. Meanwhile, still losing villagers. He's down to 41 villagers. Now down to 40. Now he's definitely keeping me off of this stone. This TC, these villagers are idle. Castle foundation is going down. I still got these conics in his base though. Harassing villagers all over the place. He's down to 38 villagers. And I have 36, so I've lost several on this castle. Oh, okay. I did delete the castle. I deleted the castle foundation, so I got at least some stone back from it. But I am not done. I'm sending more villagers. I'm like, screw this. I'm gonna get this castle up. Oh, man. Okay, so I see there's still men-at-arms there. He did take care of that conic. There's still another one back here, but I don't see it. It's also killing my stable. So, Tad's got 38 villagers, and I now have 38 villagers. Hang on, does Tad... Yeah, no, Tad has 36 villagers. But he's also got more than that in infantry. And I am still losing villagers to this attempted castle. I am investing so hard in this because I really want to be able to get gold. So I even wall a couple of villagers in, even though some are on the outside still and probably going to die. I just want to make sure some get in there and are able to finish this castle. This one's not even doing anything. This TC is garrisoned with 13 villagers. So even though I've got 30 villagers, I've got 13 idols. Tad does lose a good number of infantry every time he tries to come in here. He's going to try to break through the gate there. Up to 94%, and he's going to grab the last villager. 95% on that castle. And I'm down to 29 villagers. Now I say, screw that. I am going to send 15 more villagers to finish this. I don't care if I lose half of these, or most of these, which I'm going to probably do. Look at all these men-at-arms, and they're blocking the pathing of the villagers. I just really want to get that castle up. 98%, 99% up, and then garrison. Okay, good. Finally got that castle up. He says, damn, and then laughs, because he knows how hard that fight was. I am down to 24 villagers at this point. 11 are still idle. And Tad has 34 villagers, so he's got a 10 villager lead, 20 villager lead when you consider idols. Although he's sending his men-at-arms over here to die to this TC, so that's not a good play there. Losing more over here, still got the stream headed towards the gold there. So, yeah, at this point, I've at least been able to stabilize. You know, I think it may have been a little bit ago that I was on the verge of resigning after the first 2 attempts at this castle. But then my roommate actually walked into the game. I mean, walked into the house. He had been gone all day, and he peeked in at the game, and he said, I said, I'm losing, and he said, you're in a higher age than he is. And I was like, oh, no, you're right. So maybe I do have some advantage I could take stock of. So I kept fighting. I got that castle up, and now Tad has pulled back a little bit. I don't see much more in the men-at-arms production. Oh, now he's making another round. Okay. I think he probably lost lost too many villagers to keep up for a while there. I'm not sure where these villagers are going. I think I'm trying to build a lumber camp over here, actually. Although these men-at-arms do see them. Some of them escape, though. No, okay, I'm going to send them all back. Back into the TC, or I can kill those men-at-arms. So, Tad's not paying attention to those, so they'll die. He's got another round that he's sending forward. It's a good Cray post in that every time he tries to send units in here, they just die. Now these villagers, I finally cleaned up those men-at-arms. I still have a stable, thankfully. And I did send one one longsword to come in here. He's only got 4 HP. If that man-at-arm had turned around, he could have taken care of that. Now Tad is towering this gold. I don't notice it. And so that's going to pull me off of that gold, although now I am able to access this gold. I've also got plenty of gold. I don't really need to worry about it at the moment. Now I'm making more longswords to prepare for what I know is going to be more men-at-arms. And I'm sending these villagers out here. I've had so much trouble getting wood this game, and Tad is building another tower. And I don't think I noticed this yet. Don't notice it yet. Okay, now I notice it, and I pull those villagers away. I'm probably going to send them off to the other gold. But I've had so much trouble getting wood because Tad would send so much army into my base that I decide I'm going to try to get wood over here. But I didn't even have enough wood for a lumber camp. Now I've barely got enough wood for a lumber camp. I've only got 9 farms, so my eco is such a mess. I did finally build that lumber camp over there, so I should have some secure wood, but now I can't build the mining camp over here because I don't have enough wood. I've also got another lumber camp over here, which has been a little out of the fray. What have I got in here? I've got another 5 conics that I could actually send in his base again. He's got holes in his walls, but I'm not thinking of it. I'm sort of trying to prepare for another round coming in for me, in my base. Trying to get relics, that's why I built the monastery, but that monk's just going to die. Um, 29 villagers, only 3 idols at this point, versus 46 for Tad. And he's building more towers around my base. He doesn't want me to escape. I think he saw those villagers trying to escape, and now he's wanting to make sure that they don't actually escape. So, but he doesn't realize that I already sent 6 of them out there. I really probably should have built another town center maybe down here. And then I could have been rebooming outside of the action. But let's see. Okay, so I did send some conics in. They're not doing a whole lot of damage. I've got spearmen chasing them. I wonder why these are still spearmen and not pikemen. He never did get that upgrade. The conics are going to run away from the spearmen. I sent one over here to grab the farmer. What do I see? So the spearmen stopped chasing the conics. And I am going to be able to get more damage in here on the wood. I'm just trying to be annoying with these conics, keep them away from the spearmen, keep Tad distracted. Meanwhile, he's actually allowed me a chance to recover a little bit. I've got another lumber camp over here. I'm on gold. I'm killing these men-at-arms. I'm starting to refarm. Still only got 7 farms, but he did kill the conics on the horses, but again, once the horses are killed, now they turn into a infantry unit. That infantry unit does pretty well against the spearmen, and also pretty well against the villagers, so he didn't quite clean this up. I think he thought he did, but now I've got him down to 38 villagers, no, 39. No, that's me, I'm 39, sorry. Tad is down to 30 villagers. So this fight that I did with the counterattack with the conics, that was pretty crucial there, because now Tad's down to 30 villagers, and I've got 40, so now I have the villager lead, surprisingly, and I'm in Castle Age, and Tad is still in Feudal Age. We are an hour into the game, and Tad is still in Feudal Age, but he's nearly won the game at this point a few times. He had me down to, 19 villagers at one point, but I've been able to get a few villagers out to a safe spot. He's trying to tower my gold, which is going to be annoying. I'm not going to be able to really deal with that, so I decide to go kill those villagers right away, and then maybe I can pull these men-at-arms over to the to the castle to fight. Yeah, and then Tad's being careful with them, so he's paying attention there, but I'm going to keep trying to bring him over to the castle. I don't want that tower to go up. I really need that gold. I mean, I do have a lot of gold at the moment, but I need a source of gold income. And at this point, I can fight these men-at-arms off and bang away at that tower. He's sending another villager forward. He calls the GG again. He called it, and I said, "You think?" Because I wasn't sure at this point. I didn't realize how much damage I'd done to his eco. I mean, I've got 48 villagers, and he's got 29. So, and I'm telling him, I tried to resign, but then I believe I tell him here about my roommate who'd come in. Alright, so Tad had resigned, but he's still sending villagers forward. And now he's in Castle Age. Okay, so is he really going to resign? Game's not over until he clicks the resign button. Or I kill his last building and unit. He is building a town center, so now he's in Castle Age, going to build another town center. 28 villagers. I'm up to 52, so I haven't stopped playing either. And I've got these conics just waiting because I know he's going to try to push in here and finish that tower. Oh man, right as he's coming in, I send the conics off the other direction. Oh, the reason those spearmen never became pikemen is because he was not in Castle Age. Man, I didn't realize that. Now they're pikemen. That's going to be tough for my conics. I really need to micro down these villagers. Alright, so he did get 2 villagers through that are going to... One only has 1 HP, so I'm actually going to try to fight with the villagers. I'm down to only 65 gold, so that's not even enough to make any more conics. Although I do have a ram and 8 conics in this castle here. I mean, the Craypost. I really should think about making a tower of my own to counter this. And push down that tower. Oh man, okay, so that villager will die. These villagers, I need to pull them away. they will die as well. And do I see any other? Okay, so I did. That's why I sent a couple of conics this way, is I wanted to take on these towers, clear that up, so now I can get gold on this side. He did an amazing job this game of keeping me off my resources. There was the time I couldn't even afford a palisade wall. I've got no gold right now. For a long time, I've been struggling to get gold. Unfortunately, I don't notice these long swords. Okay, now he's up to long swords now too, so we're even on that fight now. Whenever we have it. Now he's gonna try to tower around here. Okay, so that GG wasn't real yet either. He's still trying. What I could do is go for the jugular and send this army forward. I've also got 4 long swords to help out. Actually, I've got those 4 specifically to go into the ram. I definitely should have counter-towered here. And I don't have enough stone for a cray post. Cray post could have been good as well. Would have shot these down automatically. Now he's building a barracks forward so that he can get production in my own base. And these farms, I had to delete these farms so that the villagers wouldn't go to them because they would be in range of the tower. Probably need to delete that farm too, unfortunately. But I do have another TC over there with some farms, so I'm doing okay, relatively speaking. He's only got 10 farmers. And now I do go in for the push, but he manages to house wall to keep me out. He's going to have to keep doing that, though, because I'm going to keep going forward. Well, if I think about it, some of these are not doing anything. Meanwhile, he's got all this army, too, that he's not doing a lot with. Okay, now, the problem here is if I go in here, I'm going to be within range of the TC while I'm banging at houses, which isn't the greatest. So now I decide to try to bang away at this palisade wall. Okay, he's going to house wall up there too. Okay, now I go in to kill the house foundation. Not going to be able to get to it in time. He's building it faster than I can tear it down. Now he's parked on this gold, so he stopped me from getting that gold. I have no access to gold right now. These villagers, which were chopping wood, they're done with the wood. There's no more wood back there. So I don't... let's see, what's my wood count? I got 4,500 wood now, though, so not as big a deal as it was earlier, for sure. I could sell that, actually, but I don't have a market. One of my weaknesses. I did have a market, actually, but Tad broke it down. He went and attacked it. Now I decided, screw this. I was going in there with the conics, but now I'm going to go in with the ram. And now that the conics broke through, I could actually send the ram forward too. So Tad is losing villagers. I got 55 villagers. Tad's down to 36. I'm trying to send the ram to the TC. While I run these pikemen around. Tad's going to try to, I guess, tower some more around my TC. Meanwhile, he's losing villagers at home. Down to 33 villagers. Losing men-at-arms to the town center and the cray post. Although I'm losing villagers under there, too. See, these longswords are, a good upgrade because they can take more fire. And now he says, bravo, my friend. He's out for real this time, he says. He did manage to kill the ram. It was a good back and forth in this game. I fully agree with him there. I thought I was going to lose so many times. He was down to 26 villagers there at the end, and I had 49, so I was losing a few here, but yeah, it would have been really tough for him to come back. Although he had, forward buildings and everything. He was out of gold. He would have had to go get gold out here. This cray post was blocking this gold, so I think that was one factor. Otherwise, with 7, that was me, I had 7 gold. He had 155, so he could have made a few more units. Anyways, we will take a look at the statistics. 301 to 186 on the KD. Goths always have a bad KD because the strategy is all about spamming the cheaper units, so you don't really care about losing them as much. You just want to keep the enemy unbalanced and unable to continue, and he did a great job of that. If not for my roommate saying, "Hey, you're in a higher age than him, and you've got the score lead," I probably would have resigned. I did have a better eco overall. Got to Castle Age at 21 minutes. He took more than an hour to get there. He invested everything into Feudal Age. Villager High, very similar, although I think my high was there at the end, whereas his was earlier on. So I had my Men-at-Arms play here in early Feudal Age, but I didn't get much action out of that. He ended up spamming the Men-at-Arms of his own, just as I was getting into Castle Age, and man, look how much he took out of my eco there. And I had hardly any military to combat it. And then I think it was when I went for the counter attack with the Conics in his base that shut down his eco and made it so he couldn't produce as fast anymore. I did that a couple of times, and then again there at the end. I think that was the key to that game. So let's take a look at the next round. The next round is A. Mueller versus CK Weather in round 3. So let me pull that one up for you here. Round 3 of the Losers Bracket of the Mediocre Players Tournament. This is A. Mueller versus CK Weather. CK Weather in blue playing as the Celts, and A. Mueller in red playing as the Bulgarians. He's played as the Bulgarians in all but one game of this tournament so far, from what I can recall. And Bulgarians are actually the civ that I like the most, so I'm pretty familiar with them. So hopefully that can give me an advantage here in terms of knowing what to expect. But we'll see how A. Mueller plays them. Standard start with the Celts. They actually don't need as many on wood because they have a wood chopping bonus, but I don't actually remember that, so I still get just as many on wood. Going in for the boar. Celts have faster infantry and faster siege, so they're an infantry and siege civilization. So I like to try to get a fast castle and get some good early Castle Age aggression in. Unfortunately, Mueller hit that cow earlier, and it's just decaying over there with no one chopping at it. Maybe he'll go to that cow after the boar. Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, so he didn't lose too much on it. Going in for my second boar. And I'm trying to wall up as well, although now I have found his base, and I'm looping back around to scout the rest of it. I can assume the town center is over here, just because I see a wood line here and the mill here. And I did actually walk right under the town center. So I need to wall up on the front. This is pretty open. It's going to be hard to wall that off. I never finished that wall. Where did that villager go? I am building a barracks, as is he. So I'm thinking about doing either a drush or a men-at-arms rush. It's kind of late for a drush, to be honest. I've got just about enough to go to Feudal Age, so I'm probably going to go to Feudal Age first. I run away from that scout thinking he was going to attack me, but he didn't. So I am going to Feudal Age before I make these militia. I actually found one of his cows, so I pulled that off to the side. Okay, so he is sending the men-at-arms in. This is the Bulgarian's play. He had to turn around and fight the wolf, though. And I am bringing this cow back to my base eventually. So, the thing about Bulgarians is that the militia line gets the upgrades for free. So, if you build a militia, as soon as you get to feudal age, they automatically turn into men-at-arms. Same in castle age with long swords, imperial age with two-handed swordsmen. So, it ends up being a really strong play to get to feudal age and have militia arrive at your opponent's base right as you arrive at feudal age. Now I'm making my own militia, and I'm going to have to turn them into men-at-arms manually. I'm going to try to quick wall in my gold. Oh, man. Oh, man. Did I get it? Okay, I might have gotten the wall in there, but I might lose this villager, too. Yeah, I lost that villager. Oh, man. How did they get in there? This is the thing about building walls on hills. And I laugh because I tried so hard to get that wall up. And I thought I did, and then he still snuck in because of the hill. And I lost 3 villagers to that men-at-arms rush. Very well played on his part. I'm down to 26 villagers. He also has 26, so we're even now after that. And he's going to take down this mining camp. I do have the men-at-arms upgrade coming, and I've got gonna have 4 of them available, so I can clean this up. It's gonna actually kill that mining camp, so I'm gonna have to rebuild that. That's annoying. This house was also almost fully built. But I've got 500 food and 170 gold, so I am still thinking about Castle Age. I'm gonna go build a stable. Okay, so I sent the men-at-arms forward, and he stopped attacking. So he's running around my base looking for a place to hit, I think. Yeah, so he's sent his scout forward to try to find where my resources are coming from. And now that he's left my gold, I can send villagers back there. Okay, so I'm trying to house wall in on my wood. Let's see if I can do a better job this time. There's a gap here, I think. I don't know if I realize it. I think there is a gap there, though. He's actually got 2 scouts, so that should alert me to the fact that he's going to try to go scouts. And the Celt men-at-arms are faster, which means even though those other men-at-arms were running away, mine were actually able to catch up and hit him. Looks like I won't get the cleanup here, but I will get a lot out of it. Oh, I did make a spearman because I expected those scouts, so I will actually get the cleanup. And you can see the faster men-at-arms from the Celts actually are able to poke at the Bulgarian men-at-arms. So he's still making scouts. Not sure that may be the last one he makes. So he's investing pretty heavily in feudal age here. I sent those forward just to protect. I didn't realize that I'd already got the wall up over here. So I'm almost fully walled. I still have this hole back here, and I don't know why. But at this point, I'm thinking about Castle Age. I'm so close to having what I need. I just actually need 50 more gold. So I was able to kill that scout. Gonna go finish that wall. It's still open down here, and I don't realize it. These villagers were chopping at deer, but now they're idle. I really need that gold to go to Castle Age. I'm so disappointed in myself. Now I should get the gold fairly quickly. And I also need to mine some stone so I can make a cray post. That's usually my play, is I go to Castle Age, make a couple of knights, and drop a cray post just outside his base, denying some resource. This wood line, do I see how thin that is? Don't quite. But I see he's got 2 golds and a stone right on the front of his base. He does have his main gold in the back, though, so that's fortunate for him. I am on my way up to Castle Age. I'm building a mining camp to make the Craypost. I need 350 stone for that, so we'll see what 4 villagers in this amount of time will get me. I started chopping stone at about 25% of the way to Castle Age. This group of army not doing anything, villager not doing anything. So I could definitely change things up a bit. A Mueller is walling fully around his base. He's actually going to wall this wood out. Okay, no, he's going to, I guess, come over here and finish the circle. So it could actually be a pretty good play to... so I'm sending 1 villager forward to make the Craypost. Normally I send more, but I think it's because I don't have enough stone yet. Normally I send the stone villagers forward. So she's just waiting, or he's just waiting over here until I get enough resources for the Craypost and get to Castle Age. Which looks like I'll have enough for it right as I get to Castle Age. So that's not bad. Maybe put the stone, get the stone villagers up a little faster next time. I'm actually building a siege workshop first. Oh, I'm not, sorry, I'm the Celts. I was thinking I was the Bulgarians. That's normally my play there. But that's why I'm not building a Craypost, because I'm not Bulgarians. I am the Celts, so I'm building a siege workshop. Thinking about getting some siege out there. Unfortunately, I don't have enough wood to do that. So I need to get more wood. I've only got 10 on wood, only 1 lumber camp. Now I'm building another one over here. It's going to put me further behind on getting that mangonel out. He's almost up to Castle Age himself. He's actually got a hole here, which my scout just runs right through. Okay, unfortunately that alerted him to the hole, so he filled it in. My scout is just on auto scout. So I've got enough for a mangonel now. Haven't built it yet. So he's probably going to try to build some knights, although I am expecting that. He is building a few knights. I've got a couple knights of my own, and that's probably why I haven't gotten the mangonel out yet, because I expect the knights to come in. I'm building a monastery to help convert the knights. I also did get some spearmen in here. Alright, so he's got 5 knights. I've got a mangonel and 3 knights. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. But I probably will knock this stable down. I don't have a monk out yet. This is going to be a good fight for him. He's definitely got the numbers edge here. Although he's going to run away. Kill that villager. Okay, so he's going to send the knights forward to try to get in an attack on me. I am actually about to chop through this this tree here. Although I think he's going to try to go in right for the gate. I sent my knights in on his wood, so let's see, let's check the villager count now. 40 villagers to 44 for me, but he's coming into my base too. I try to wall them out of my wood line, but I'm not going to be able to protect those farmers. So he's got another stable here, so he's made more knights, but not enough to clean that up. I did wall him out of the wood, so it's 36 to 44 on the villager count. He's going in under the TC. I don't notice it yet. I really need to garrison that TC. Sending these villagers back to the TC, but not the ones under it. Okay. So he's down to 33 villagers. So these knights did some good damage. These could do even more on the wood here if I just moved them around there. Now he's on my gold. So he's getting a lot of good damage here. He's 33 villagers, and I am 31, so he's actually got the better of the fight there. But I'm going to send in pikemen to finish these knights off. At least make them run away. I'm trying to get the last value out of my knights here. I'm going to try to build a castle inside the base. Don't think I'm going to be able to get that off. This mangonel's going to die. That was sloppy on my part. And these knights, he's going to get the last value out of those two before those die. The pikemen will kill them pretty quick. So I've got 32 villagers. He's also got 32 villagers. So we come out even after those fights. Although I've got some forward buildings close to his base, so I could push forward, and I did decide to send those villagers in for the castle. I just don't have anything to protect them yet, so I'm going to make a barracks first, make a few pikemen. I do have this monk, which could try to go in for the conversion. If I see it, I don't see it. I don't see it. Nope. Yeah, we got it. Sending the pikemen forward that were back there. Walling the villagers to finish the barracks. So he actually taxed the pikemen onto the siege workshop, which is why I was able to attack them with the knights. Otherwise, I would not have been able to do that. Now he's running his knights away from my pikemen. He's building a TC there. Got more pikemen coming in. And now I'm sending the villagers into his walls, see what he sees. He sees a couple of villagers coming in, and then he calls the GG. Not sure why at that point. Maybe he just thought that he couldn't handle this next raid and couldn't come back. He still had a lot of resources, though, but I was sending these villagers in to make a castle. He would have seen that any moment. So that was that game. Let's take a look at the stats. 43 to 41, so pretty even on the KD. Eco, I had better eco, and got to Castle Age faster. I got one relic and had the villager lead. So his early men-at-arms rush was really good. It got him a little bit of a lead here, but then I was able to eventually clean that up and begin pushing back against what were eventually going to be knights from him. So, good game overall. Now let's take a look at where that leaves us. So now after that game, it becomes CK Weather versus Electronoid. And the final round of the Losers Bracket, the winner of this will have to beat BrianHoba twice. And both of these players have already lost to BrianHoba. So, let's see what happens. Round 4 of the Losers Bracket of Mediocre Players Tournament. CK Weather in blue, playing as the Bulgarians, versus Electronoid in red, playing as the Mayans. So I went back to the Bulgarians for this game. One of my standard says that I like a lot, and Electronoid is playing with the Mayans, which I believe he's he's played with in nearly every game of this tournament, if not every game. So he's very familiar with that civ as well. At this point, we're both just scouting our bases, finding our starting resources. I think he's done a better job scouting with cows and sheep. Bringing in a boar now. So I found all my starting food. Bringing in a boar. We're both sort of starting our walls, still in Dark Age, although he has already clicked up to Feudal Age. I'm not anywhere close to it. Now he's building a barracks, so we can see I've already got a barracks. So my standard is once I click up, now is when I start making the militia. And I'm always pretty late at catching up. I mean, clicking up. Alright, so I see barracks, archery range, so another archery range coming down too. Here is my men-at-arms. They're going to come in and actually take on the archers. His first few archers. He walled me out of the berries, although I walked around. Now he went under the TC and lost my men-at-arms. Now he's going to send these archers forward. Oh, there's a gap in the wall there. I wonder if he's going to notice that. My men-at-arms rush didn't do a whole lot. It did kill a few of his archers, though, which may make him think twice about sending them forward. And that looks like what's happening. If he sent those archers forward, maybe hit this wood line, that would be pretty bad. Does he see that? He does see that, so he could do that if he thought about it. Now I'm thinking going to stone a little earlier. Hoping to get enough food for Castle Age soon. Actually, I'm already on my way to Castle Age. So, I'm actually a little late for this stone. I think probably when I'm done with this deer is when I will move forward. Now he's coming to my wood line and is going to fire at these villagers. Didn't kill any, but did make me have to relocate my wood. So I decided to send these villagers forward. I believe these were the hunters. Yeah, these were the ones going after the deer. I see that he's coming in here, but I'm not too worried. I will use the knights that I'm making here to clean that up. And it looks like he just missed these villagers that were going forward. Yeah, they're going on that side. He's sending his army on the other side. I'm going to build a cray post just outside his base. What do I see? I actually see all of his resources. So I'm going to build it there. Does he see that? He doesn't see that, so he did break in. He's got a couple of spearmen to help out with the knights. I'm going in for the archers. Got to run my stone villagers. Killing the spearmen first, although that's not doing all that well. I did make a couple of long swords to help with the spearmen. Garrison the TC, kill a couple more spearmen. Making more knights, trying to prepare to eventually clean that up. And then once this goes up, I'm probably going to kill these villagers on the wood. Yeah, immediately killed that villager. And now I should have enough knights soon to be able to take on all these archers. He's still not in Castle Age yet. He hasn't even clicked up yet. And he's got this cray post outside his base with some conics as well. I need another knight or two. I'm trying to make sure that I don't fight until I have all of the units I'm prepared to go with. I'm making the longswords to hit the spearmen, because they will do great against spearmen, and then I'm going to try to make the knights go straight for the archers. Meanwhile, he's not able to take this wood. I don't think he's noticed yet. Those villagers just ran away on their own. So, yes, I do go straight for the archers there. The longswords are a little out of position. So I ended up taking on the... Now I surrounded the archers with the longswords and the knights. So I should get the cleanup here. Alright, got the cleanup. Still got 3 knights and 4 longswords that I could use. And I've also got a couple of conics that once if I just task to break down this wall here with the Krapos, then I could send those right in. He is halfway to Castle Age now. I'm sending these units forward. He's sending the new archers that he's creating back to prepare for whatever I send in. I really need to break down this wall and then send these right in. If I did that, I think it would be over. I'm also building 2 barracks forward so that I can make more long swords as I need to. He's making the... oh my goodness. The hole in the wall coming into play here. I just sent those right through there. I didn't even realize. I didn't know this wall was here, and my units didn't stop for it, so... He did make it into Castle Age. I must realize there's a hole now because I made it in. I'm going to kill those archers. I could send these longswords after the town center. Now, I did break down these walls, and I could send the conics in the other side. And then, if I did, I think this game would definitely be over. These longswords really need to go attack the rest of those villagers. I guess I'm going to take the knights around there to do that. Okay, yeah, I did do the knights. So he's going to lose all those villagers on the TC there. Not going to get the TC up. Let's see. TC was at 85%. Now the conics are coming in the other side. And he calls the GG. So, that was that. Good game against Electronoid there. He did move forward with his archers and forced me off the wood here. But I think the knights and the Krapos were too much there. I was able to clean up the army. I had a big army in my base. Cleaning that up and then going in on the attack on the other side and being ahead in technology also helped. We'll take a look at the stats. Military 44-8. Okay, so that was a pretty big KD differential there. Eco, I also had a better eco overall and got to Castle Age more than 6 minutes faster. So I think those were all keys to the difference there. 46-30 on the villagers. That's a big difference too. I think in part that's due to me getting to Castle Age faster. But this was the Men-at-Arms rush that fizzled out relatively quickly. He built a big Feudal Age army and sent it into my base. And then I was able to build enough of an army to combat it, and then head into his base just as he was arriving at Castle Age. So, the final will be CK Weather versus BrianHoba. It'll be a rematch. CK Weather will have to beat BrianHoba twice in order to claim victory in the entire tournament. So it'll be a tough task, especially since he's already lost to BrianHoba, as has everyone that has played BrianHoba. So we'll stream that one tomorrow, and I will post this today.